Good day, everyone, and greetings from Ajman, which is a small little town north of Dubai. Well, it's not that small, actually. It's a pretty good-sized town, but I'm calling you from the crypto mansion here in Ajman. I'm on the rooftop deck. Got a 4-story place here, and I'm just up here getting some sun, reflecting on the past 30 days in Dubai. You see, we've got it's a huge place. But anyways, we're up here, and I'm just doing a little recap on the past 30 days here in Dubai, and it's been quite an experience. So this is my 7th time coming to Dubai, and I've thought about living in Dubai before, and that has been an idea, just because there's a lot going on here in cryptocurrency. But then when you're in the summertime, it's like your face is going to melt off. So it's not really the most ideal place to be. And I've never lived in the Middle East before. I've been to Africa 2 times. I've been to Africa, and I've been to, Turkey. I've been to all these different places across Egypt a few times and stuff. But I've never stayed and lived in the Middle East here, And Dubai is a great place to come just because of the amount of connections. Obviously, Dubai is blowing up with cryptocurrency, and just being in the flow of life, I think that very easily you find where you should be and for how long you should be there. And it's been an amazing experience. It's been an absolutely amazing experience. Let me show you guys this, because you get an idea of how I have this right now. I'm gonna hold my phone extra. You can see I'm like 4 stories up here, here in the sunshine here. And yeah, so anyways, this has been a really good experience. I've been able to establish a whole bunch of really new, great, amazing relationships. The reason why I came out to Dubai in the first place was I have finally put together the business model for Universal Abundant Income, UAI for short. This is the exact opposite of Universal Basic Income. That was going to be a government initiative where they're going to hand out free money, because the financial system was nothing. And now what we've come to right now is it's a crossroads between what you see like Elon Musk and Donald Trump want to do, using Starlink and stuff like this, and you look at where AI has taken us. Even in the past 30 days, how far AI has just shifted things, and the fears that some people have about AI. It's really cool to see all the how things are just changing so fast. So this is something to definitely really consider. And so what we're looking at here, in the next few months, it's like jobs are being obsolete. So you have to ask yourself, where are these people going to go? What is it going to look like? And how are you to position your families and yourself together for to watch out for yourself financially, and also setting up, I believe, a legacy for your children, future generations, and and show them a path that you think is going to be really good for them. Because I went to University of Washington. A lot of us were brought up to go to college, get a job, a 9 to 5. It's like I was always the black sheep, right? I was always the Christopher Columbus in my family, going out there and just I believe so much in residual income. I believe in residual income. I live off of residual income. It's a blessing, multiple income streams and stuff like this. But really, the whole concept of network marketing, it's, there's so much. The question is how do you do this the most effective way? And really what's interesting is cryptocurrency is going to be known as why it went viral was a good part because of network marketing, or whatever you want to call it, affiliate marketing. You want to just call it relationships. How about that? Just relationships. How about sharing knowledge? How about there's all this sand and dust all over the place. You guys can see it's like I live in a dust bowl over here. I want to show you guys, this is like a step up from a war zone right there. You got a whole bunch of new houses, but we have a beautiful home over here, no complaints. But I'm in Ajman, so I usually go down, not to get off topic, but I go downtown Dubai for a few days a week, and I come back here. And this is kind of like when you're in Bali, you go to Ubud to do your chilling, your meditation, your healing work, and then you go down for a few days a week and you party your ass off down at the dance club and dance the night away and get jiggy with it, So that's kind of like what I do, is I go back and forth. I like to have a few places, and so I get around. But back to what I was sharing with you guys. We have to really look at where the markets are going. I consider myself a futurist, a utopian capitalist is what I call myself, a futurist, utopian capitalist. And I think we all should be a futurist in thinking about where things are coming. You can't get just trapped up in the 9 to 5 job mentality. I'm sure all those people out there that had 9 to 5 jobs are really questioning right now, well, what's going to happen? If you don't have other income streams coming in, what's going to happen, with artificial intelligence? What's going to happen with the robots and all that fun stuff, right? And the drones and all that, so what's going to happen with Skynet, right? So, It's kind of cool. I was kind of from memory here. I'm addicted to these coffees here, these lattes and stuff like this, especially the Spanish mochas. I really Spanish lattes. Cheers to Nescafe with those things are badass. But anyways, I'm inviting you guys to be part of something I've created here. And it's not just me, so I say this humbly because it has been a path of 20 years, of the saying, if not this, then what? How do we go ahead and, since MySpace days, I followed the concept of how we're going to return that money back from social media back to the people. This is so important, right? And so you guys, you look at the Web 2, what's happening right now is we're shifting from Web 2 to Web 3, obviously. This is where the money's going to go back to the people, which completely clashes with the business model of these techno giants, these technocrats, whatever you want to call them, tech royalty, of the Uber, of the Facebook, of the, Airbnb, of all these applications where people made a lot, Spotify, blah, 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 Google, blah, 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 all these companies in Web 2.0. There's going to be a clash of that business model right there, okay, where it goes from Web 2 to Web 3. Web 2 is these companies are tied to the stock exchanges, and Web 3, the companies that are not tied, the new companies that are up and coming, they're basically replicating those companies and giving the money back. What you're going to see, guys, is a major shift from people getting out of these companies on the stock markets and stuff like this. So, this is something to be watching out for. So, let me just get back to the purpose of this video is, my trip to Dubai. I came here to assemble the puzzle pieces that I've collected this whole entire time here. When I was in Bali, I did a lot of amazing PR work for this mission. I was with a company called Candao for 14 months working for free, helped raise them, helped bring in financing of $25 million plus. Yes, all this stuff. And at the end of the day, they shifted their business model. The communication was not good and stuff like this. And I really prayed upon this, and it came to me that I was supposed to go ahead and lead this charge right here. So as they shifted their business model, God, I wish them the best. But I'm in this for the people here. I'm not just in it for two founders to go ahead and make a bunch of money. I want to see a lot of people make a lot of money, a lot of money. And so what we have now is we have created Voice. Voice is a social media network. Voice is where everyone will have a voice. Voice is where everyone will be an influencer. And what this is it's basically, it is, I'm not going to say it's basically Candao whatsoever, because it's not. There's so much more to this. And so we parted ways. That's all good. Let's just say that. And everything in life happens for a reason. So, but the thing about it is again, that saying, if not this, then what? We are moving so fast right now. And, I think if there's something in life that you're passionate about and something that you believe and you have the knowledge to do something, you should be able to just knock stuff out just like this, right? Like Elon Musk doesn't get hung up on how he creates a bolt for one of his rockets, right? He's just like, boom, get it up, jump, done. And the thing is taken off in orbit, right? Or whatever. So it's like, I know how to move extremely fast. The people I associate with myself, associate with, like to move extremely fast. And in this day and age, we have to move extremely fast. We've got to move very, very fast because there's ever technology out there that is, it's evolving. But the good thing is about this is no matter whether these blockchains, changing and stuff like this week, we're seeing Binance delist USDT. What? You know what I'm saying? Like it actually bringing in, really pushing a hard press for Ripple XRP, stablecoin and stuff like this. Like big things are happening. That's just proof that technology is constantly evolving. But the cool thing about it is monetization is like a benchmark, what's called a technology monetization, because it hasn't been done really yet. We've been monetized for the past 20 plus years. These social media technocrats, Facebook, Meta, Google, all these companies, right? The MySpace, blah blah blah. But now that we are able to monetize, this is a whole entire benchmark for us to own the technology, to really set a whole new way that the internet runs forward in Web3, and also a whole new way how we look at blockchain technology, because there's so many freaking blockchains out there, and all these companies, they promise to do this, and this company promises to do this, and this one does this, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it's confusing, right? So what it's really coming down to is this social media network is, which I call the new operating system of the world, the new OS of the world, not the new OS of Microsoft, not the new OS of Apple, not the new OS of Google, operating system OS, okay? I call this the operating system of the world. And I am inspired and dedicated to actually making this happen to where it is. You will be so proud to be part of the new OS of the world, because we are all nodes of God, first of all, relationships. And so when when you take the monetization of a network, you know, I'm looking at, we're going like probably 20 levels deep on this for everything that sells to a network. I want to get to that in a second, so make sure you listen to this, because just throw this out there, we are looking at companies to collaborate with. We've got a lot of, like I took on a peptide company today, I took on an NAD product today, you know, NAD Health. I took on all kinds of projects because this is going to be freaking amazing. So when you have that social media, that OS, you can plug anything into it. And so all these compensations triggered by a smart contract into the DAO, no matter what blockchain that you build those applications or do those transactions on, it converts to the native coin, which is the coin of the social media network, paying out on those 20 levels. And then you have your burning tokenomics, of course, built into that to help you know, drive the price of the coin up. So where we're at right now is this. Okay, and what I did was over here, this is so freaking awesome. So get this, the last chief technology officer of Maktoum Technologies of the royal family, okay, my very dear friend, Dr. Neo, okay, he created the world's first, he worked with the royal family last year, guys, okay? He's the one that gave the stamp of approval on all the technology that goes to the Dubai royal family right there, and Maktoum Technologies. Now he parted ways with them to go ahead and focus on his own technologies. So I became friends with this gentleman. What he's released is, you guys are gonna kiss your apples goodbye. You're gonna kiss your droids goodbye, everything, because what he has released is the world's first, we're talking hardware right now. These are technologies that are gonna be sold through the social platform. So this is the essential, this is the staple hardware, you know, of our social media platform, which is zero radiation, zero EMF. Let's get that sunset, just enjoy that sunset right there, yeah? Okay, zero EMF. Cell phones and laptop computers. Okay, so I've got my new laptop. I threw away my, give you guys some more little panel, entertain you a little bit here, but you know, I got rid of my Droid computer, my Apple Pro. I went ahead and got my MacBook Pro, whatever, you know, then I went ahead and got this computer, all touch screen, dual screen. You guys got to take a look at this. So, you know, you guys, I mean, you look at this, it's like, what is the agenda of these technocrats? Like, we are in a moment of realization where these big corporations that have been feeding us and, you know, cleaning us with their cleaning products and all the vitamins and all this agenda in the back end where they actually want to kill us off, just like our technology. Look at the cancer cases just skyrocketing, the tumors, blah, 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 all this, right? Like, it's proven our technologies, our cell phones and computers, they put out a ton of radiation. And so this is why people are going sterile. You have your laptop computer in your lap, blah, 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 all this stuff. Like, you know, again, in life, if not this, then what? Well, when you want to go ahead, if you know there's a technology out there, like a laptop for $1,250 that you have zero radiation, and that 20% of that money goes into a 20 level deep compensation plan through the social network, you don't even have to buy the thing. Whenever people buy it in the network, boom, you're getting paid. So that's the whole concept of this social media platform, is so many multiple income streams coming into this dang thing. Ooh, I kind of feel a little wild. Oh. I feel like standing up on this crazy tall, woo, right there. Let me see, this is seriously like 45 feet tall here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of walk around here for a second and think about this for a second. You guys, the thing about it is that we have these technologies that's going to separate ourselves. Facebook doesn't have their own laptops. Facebook doesn't have its own, you know, cell phones or anything like this, right? Okay, you guys can see down there. It's quite a ways down there, yeah. Woo. Anyways, you know, so what we have is the ability to sell these things through there. This is just an example of stuff that we can bring into the network to sell, yeah? Okay, and so anyways, there's that. But what he also created was, let's kind of get right here and just enjoy this for a second, okay? Also what he created was the a decentralized and encrypted Zoom product. And this is really, really cool, guys, because if you think about this right here, well, just think about this, if you would, please. Think about Zoom, for example, and Zoom is a $30 billion industry. Okay, Zoom took off, went parabolic, the stock went parabolic during the time of, hello guys, thank you for tuning in. Zoom went parabolic during the time of, you know, when people started working remotely, obviously, and they also went, you know, during the pandemic and stuff like this, right? And so people started working from home, and that was possible. Like, I work from home, right? Like a lot of us do. And so anyways, the thing about it is we all know that our data is being collected, in these platforms, whether it's on our iPhone, whether it's on our, our emails or Gmail, blah, 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 our Google Hangouts, our Zoom, for example, and stuff like this. And so we've got to do something about this. We can't just sit back and say no, because now it's getting to a point where these same technology companies are getting so big into, data collection, and also, getting into the freaking, the just analyzing our data, moving into also into, the AI, the artificial intelligence, that our data is being used against us. So we've got to take this power back, okay? We've really got to take a stand for this. And I'm helping lead the charge. So we're improving people's health, getting away from the radiation EMF, and also using this decentralized Zoom application to go ahead and now bring on the masses into our social media network. The cost is $10, $15, or $20 a month, okay, friends? Okay, and this is going to allow you to go ahead and either have 300 people on a chat, 500 people on chat, or 1,000 people on chat for unlimited minutes right there. All commissionable. You guys, so, I put together the technologies here to make this happen. I'm actually going to be, it looks like I'm probably going to be leaving the country here. So today and tomorrow, until I fly out tomorrow, I'll be coming back. This is, I'm getting out of here just before summer takes place. So hopefully you guys will actually hear, it's Ramadan right now. So you guys will probably hear in the background some cool singing. I'll try to leave this on long enough to get us some singing in the background from the mosques and stuff back here. You can see the mosques in the background over here. They're all over here. I actually got a mosque right here. You can see it kind of like on the right there. You see that thing right there? That's a mosque. So, anyways, very cool. So you guys, I'm gonna be going to Thailand next. Just a heads up. And I'm very excited to be over there. And so now where we are right now is that we're going to be onboarding a whole bunch of cool companies. And this is what I would love for you guys to keep an eye out for, is companies that want to come into Web3, that want to sell their products and services, digital products, whatever, physical products like the computers, blah, 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 all this good stuff through the Web3 platform. And you guys can get a special there's going to be some special stuff that you're going to, special incentives for you to go ahead and help bring these companies into the social media platform. Okay, it's going to be very, very simple. I'm going to make this so easy for you guys. So the whole concept is just people are just getting commissions through the social media platform without buying something. Their attention is brought when they're into a company, about a company. Once they see the commissions come in, like, whoa, who is this from? Like, this is, where's this commission coming from and stuff like this. And so that's how this is going to be different than Web 2. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I think it's the biggest thing. I know it's the biggest thing I've ever seen. This is what I've created with my partners and stuff like this. And so I say that humbly, because this has been, we can't do this all by ourselves, friends. Like, this is something that is going to be an army to take over the other armies in the world that are going against, just the takeover of the world right now. So we've got to take a stand to this and not live in fear, but actually go do something about this and actually start something really cool that is going to be there for our children when we get older. And actually, I think we're getting younger, or our children getting older, and we're getting younger, you know what I'm saying, and have something, because I want my children working with me in the future. I want them to look back and say, my goodness, my dad, he went ahead and created this new Facebook that took over Mark Zuckerberg, and now Mark Zuckerberg works for him right there. What? You know what I'm saying? So this is all possible. I would not have tattooed Mark Zuckerberg's initials underneath a machine gun on my phone if I wasn't going to take his ass out and make him work for me. I'm not going to make him. I'm inviting you, Mark, to come on board. You'll be here soon enough. So anyways, that's the deal right there. That's the deal. You guys dare me to jump in this tree? I'll just jump over there. Just kidding. Won't do that. But anyways, so I feel that my job here is done. I had my Web3 programming team. Number one of the top winners of 400 people at the Ethereum programming thing. Those are my guys. They took first place. Those are my dudes. They're on our team. Let me say that humbly. It's on our team, guys. All of us here. Okay. So I got number one programmers. I got the chief technology officer to the royal family that's working with me every single day with the technologies, with the Zoom. I'm going to go ahead and explode this thing all across the world. There's something right there. And then you guys are going to absolutely just love. I want to say one more technology I'm working with and finalizing a deal over here. And we've got 600 billion worth of gold. I'll put the video down below so you guys can see the princess, discussing this. Tied to what we've got is asset-backed NFTs that are income generating, that are gonna be selling through the social network. They're already out there, but it was so simple. I just met these amazing connections and I went ahead and put them together and we're throwing them to the monetized social. I like this, e-social, we call this, we call it, there's a few ways. We're looking at different branding. We're looking at different it obviously is gonna be voice, but we call this, you got SocialFi out there is the concept right there. People getting paid in e-commerce socially. So our Twitter, I'll put the links also for our Twitter, our Instagram. I'm gonna put that all below for you guys right there. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and follow us there, and we'll follow you back and stuff, and spread the word about this, guys. Spread the word about what is taking place right here. Isn't this crazy? Like, I feel like I'm in Serbia or something. I've been to Serbia. I forget all these countries I've been to. Anyways, guys, big things are happening right now, and I am looking forward to you guys. You guys are gonna wake up like a day this month ahead. You're gonna wake up one day this month ahead, and you're like, oh my gosh, that just took off. So the reason what I want to impress here is that be paying close attention. This is not hype. I'm giving you guys, because I would make your list of the people that have all the influencers that you have right now. Make a notepad on your phone, the people that you want to work with you right now, the people that that have influence. Because I love the saying, every dud knows a stud, every stud knows, a million, knows a billionaire, and every billionaire knows a dud. We are all so connected right now, and our connections, there's reasons why we connect with certain people in our life, and now we're gonna put them on the blockchain for life. Oh my gosh, I might get two eyes crossed here up on this ledge right here, but you know what I'm saying? It is game on. So if you guys have companies out there that are interested in moving into Web3 and find out what that looks like, zero cost, but just become more effective when it comes to the internet moving forward, please put them in touch with me. Also, make your number 2, go ahead and make your influence list of people that you want to monetize with you right there. Very, very important right now. Number 3, get ready. Just get ready. In number 4, be ready this week to go ahead and say adios Zoom, hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby. No more Zoom, baby. Okay? We're coming into voice stream, baby. Okay? So it is now time to make that transfer right there into the platform that the people own, the platform that you guys have protection on, and all this stuff. Let me see if I missed anything. I don't want to draw this out more than I have to, but you guys, I'm so excited. I've been here now for over 3 weeks in Dubai, and I can always come back here. Obviously, if you guys are in Dubai and you're influencers and you're with our platform right here, you go ahead and go ahead and we can help you with places to stay. You come up and stay at one of our cryptocurrency mansions up here, no problem. It's all good. Get you up here, and then you guys can but this is time of work right now. Okay, we've seen this before. We've seen things like Facebook take off. We saw things back in the day with FutureNet take off with that. Okay, we saw things like with MySpace take off. But this time, it's about monetizing for the people right here. Okay, get ready, guys. Get ready. This is going to be a bat out of hells right here. Okay, this is going to be like, woo. All right. So, blessings to you all. Hold on tight. Don't give up. AI is not going to take away the potential for you. It's going to open up doors for people to move extremely quickly into a system that makes sense, which is monetization, y'all. That easy. All right, guys, God bless and have a good day. And we'll see you in Thailand. Cheers.